on, everyone? Xenoprotectors here. Welcome back to another video. So today I have some pretty, I guess, depressing news, and you know, it's weird because I can't believe I'm making this commentary today. And okay, I don't know if you know this about this news. It might be like a couple days old, maybe like a week or so, but about a week or so. But Sony and Microsoft have just released news about when they will be dropping so-called quote-quote support for their previous gen consoles. Now, I'm pretty mad at this because Sony said in 2015 PlayStation 3 services will be dropped from Sony, leaving it as that. And Microsoft says in 2016 that they will be dropping services on the Xbox 360. Now, don't take this with a grain of salt right now, right? Because we don't necessarily know what the actual date is. They just said that. We're thinking maybe it could be like maybe the same time around like this year for Sony. But just think, within the course of a year, PlayStation 3 may not exist anymore. And I'm not meaning like poof, it's gone. I'm talking about if they shut down the online services, which we don't really even know what they mean by dropping the services. They couldn't even shutting down online servers, just other stuff. I mean, there's so many things they can do that means online services. But if they do shut down online servers on the PS3, how? How are you going to be able... You're not going to be able to play Black Ops 2. You know, I mean, you can't play Black Ops 2 on a PS3 within the next year. I mean, it's mind-boggling to me, the fact that they're gonna do this to us. And Xbox, I mean, I know this happened with the consoles even before these ones, but even before the PS3, the PS2 had like a gigantic, the PS2 had a gigantic lifespan. Trust me, I had one for years and years and years. The PS2 had a gigantic lifespan, and eventually that one stopped, and they just stopped supporting it. They stopped making games for it. And now we're seeing mostly some of our, consoles that we started getting actually into gaming, they're going to start depleting. And it's crazy because the games that we've played on these consoles have set the memories of us for the next years and years and years to come. The memories that we're going to remember when we look at this console. We're going to say, hey, I used to play so-and-so with who and whatever. It's going to be a tough time. But then again, we do have a good 2 more years at most before the Xbox 360 so-called becomes obsolete. But we don't necessarily know when this will actually happen. They just said 2016. This may both happen in 2016. It's just some really tough stuff to take in, and it's going to be tough. They're just pushing people to buy the next-gen consoles, and people are saying Sony might drop services like within the next couple of months because it is December. It's almost the new year, but no, they're not going to do that. It's too early. I mean, the next-gen consoles haven't been out long enough. I think with the next-gen consoles, I think maybe sometime in September or something like that, the console services will get dropped for PS3. I don't know. Maybe Sony will drag it out 1 more year for Xbox. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to suck. Just going into old Call of Duties, like Black Ops 1. That game has the most nostalgia in it that I will ever see in my entire life. All I have to do is start up a private match on any map in the entire game, and I'll walk around it, and I will say, this is my bush. This is where I laid down in. My team, people knew I was sniping from this bush because this is where I was. There's certain spots, you just look at every square inch of every map in these nostalgic games, and you're like, this is what I did here with who, and this is who did here, and it was funny. We had a good laugh, blah, blah, blah. But alas, I don't think we're going to be able to do that anymore with the next 2 years. So, my suggestion is, when Microsoft releases more information about this, giving us a more specific time and date, you got a set of time to just go back and play those games for one last time online. I mean, it's going to be weird because imagine 2 years from now, I'm on here playing my last game of Black Ops 1 online. How mind-boggling is that going to be to me? I mean, I highly doubt they're going to recreate any of those games. Black Ops 2, they might. I'm pretty sure that they'll make a Black Ops 2 next-gen version. But I don't think they're going to make anything else below that, I mean, maybe they're doing this for a good cause. Maybe they're going to be making all these remastered old classic Call of Duties, quote, classic Call of Duties, for next-gen consoles. But if they don't do that, it's going to be a big dip in the sales. Because Advanced Warfare or no, and at the time, Advanced Warfare wouldn't be the only Call of Duty game for the next gen. It would be, you know, like 2 or 3 more games, or just 2 more Call of Duty. So we would have like 3 Call of Duties to play on next gen, and nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. So it's some really tough stuff to take in. I don't know what to say about it. Once again, I don't know that much information. That's all I know about it. So we don't know anything else about it. But yeah, it's tough to imagine a world with no online services for past-gen consoles and not being able to play anymore in past-gen. I mean, you can still play on them, don't get me wrong. You can still play campaign and stuff, and just single-player games you can play. But you just can't get online, and it's going to be weird, you know? You can still go into private matches, you can still play LAN private matches and stuff, because that doesn't really require online servers, but man, isn't it going to be weird? It's gonna be weird, and maybe, you know, hopefully my channel is still up by that time, but if it is, I might do like a little bit of a marathon and stuff about just going back and playing my classic Call of Duties until I just run brain dead of it, you know? So, I don't know what's gonna be like. What's it gonna be? Got 2 years, a lot can happen in 2 years. So, I don't know what's gonna go on. Hopefully this is not the case, but, you know, maybe it's for the greater good. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys all later. Take care, and goodbye.